Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my beliefs and kind of where I'm at today and everything else. This is my second YouTube video and I just want to do one or two today because I'm all excited about, finally making my own YouTube videos and everything. So, I have been studying Wicca for at least 4 or 5 months now. And I was raised Christian in kind of a liberal Christian church, I guess, but my whole life, my whole family has always been Christian. We weren't crazy, like, you have to attend church, 2 or 3 times a week or anything, but I mean, my whole family is Christian. And there's some things I do like about the religion, but there's a lot of it that I don't. And there's several things that kind of made me turn my back on it, and I wholeheartedly believe that whatever is good for you, whatever feels right, is what you should do, not what you're told to do. And I was never encouraged to explore different beliefs or anything growing up. Like, I mean, yeah, I could look into Baptist versus Methodist, but it was never, hey, let's go look at, what Jewish people believe or Buddhist or anything. It's not like that at all. And I have some personal stuff go on in my life, and that wasn't the greatest thing that could happen. And when I turned to Christianity for help, it didn't work out at all. And basically, some things happened to me, and that I really don't want to get into, but some things happened to me, and I mean, I was basically told, it's in the Bible that whatever, whatever happened to you, if you don't forgive them, their sin is the same as any other sin. So, and this really isn't trying to be like a rant on Christianity, I promise. I'll wrap this up in just a second. But, so, if I go out and kill a bunch of babies, it's the same thing as me looking at a guy lustfully or whatever. So that really didn't ring true to me. And, I started looking into different faiths. I kind of started out kind of conservatively, looked into Judaism and um, then Buddhism, and eventually I kind of landed on paganism. And I mean, growing up, I was taught, Wicca is the devil, same thing as satanic craft. That's how, I mean, that's still how my family believes. But I didn't, I mean, it was a little scary, but it was just because of what they told me, but I wasn't wholeheartedly against it or anything. I mean, they don't agree with Buddhism, so, and I think Buddhism is a very beautiful religion, but they don't get it, and I know they won't. But I researched it, and it was just kind of like, wait a minute, this is different than what I've been told, and I was actually kind of surprised with how peaceful it is. And I know there's like nuts in every religion, it's not exclusively Christian or paganism or anything, but I was just like, this is so beautiful what they believe. And I hate to sound fluffy bunny, I know, but I mean, it just seems so peaceful and everything. Um, and I actually started researching pretty recently actually, some of the Christian root and beliefs and celebrations and everything that stem from paganism, and a lot of it stems from it, and it's kind of surprising actually. So that kind of made me feel a little bit better, but, as a kid, I always thought Pocahontas made a lot of sense to believe in there's spirits and everything, and everything has a soul and a spirit in nature, and I just think that's so much more beautiful than, I mean, I'm not saying there are vengeful gods and goddesses, I do know that, but I don't want to worship one single god that, I'm a very jealous god, and all sins are equal, but, they'll have it coming to them, is what people tell me, which doesn't really make sense for the people that committed those transgressions against me, because if everyone has, I mean, there's not really karma too much in Christianity at all, but if everyone has what's coming to them, then all the sins are equal, so everyone has the exact same thing coming to them, and it wasn't working for me. But I am still in the broom closet, and this is why you have this lovely moon and tea light candle right here instead of my face. And I would love to be able to show my face, but I just don't want anyone to come across this. But I'm trying to learn to balance my beliefs and my religion and everything, and I want to stay in the broom closet with my family, definitely. I do not want to lose relationships because some of them do mean a lot to me. The only person that knows in my personal life, besides pagan activities and stuff, is my boyfriend, um, he was raised, like, one side of his family is Christian, the other side is Jewish, but he's very open to other religions, and he doesn't really follow one religion. He leans a little bit towards Buddhism, but he follows his own thing, what feels right for him. And he is surprisingly excited, and he thinks it's cool that I'm pagan, and I'm very lucky that there's one person in the world that finds it cool, and the others, they would think I'm killing babies and sacrificing animals every night. There's at least one person that gets it. So that's actually, like a big blessing in my life that I do have that one person. But the only thing that, well, not the only thing. One of the things that it's hard though is constantly trying to work ritual, because I do live at home because I'm in college until I finish college. Constantly trying to work ritual around my household because everything is kind of stashed away, and I mean I have ritual tools and everything, and my room's not going to be searched or anything, but constantly having to burn incense so that the few times I do burn incense for a ritual, it's not out of the ordinary and stuff like that is just kind of. It would be nice if I didn't have to worry about it. I could have my altar set up at all times, but I don't. So, but I'm hoping that this channel will just kind of help me connect more with some of the YouTube community. I'm still definitely in my year and a day, and I do feel like practicing a year and a day and studying for at least a year and a day, it rings true to me, and it's something that I want to do. I found out the hard way when I first started in this religion or belief system, for people who don't like using that term, but that you don't need to have all the expensive tools and everything. And at first I was like, I have to find this, I have to find this, I have to find this. And now everything I have, pretty much almost everything that I want, that I would have to buy at a store, like Athame or Cauldron, but I want to find more stuff in nature. And the only thing witchy I'm spending my money on now is books to read. So I've kind of gone through that frantic phase of, okay, if I have to get this, 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 and this, and now I'm just like, okay, I have it, and I'm fine with just lighting a candle and doing a simple devotion and just meditating on that candle. and looking up at the moon. You know, like I'm for the most part pretty satisfied with what I have. So I've learned it's not always about the tools, and part of me wishes that at first I've been in such a mad panic to get everything, and I had just spent that time studying and not, you know, worrying about am I going to find a bell that rings, like the ringing sounds right to me and everything. So that's where I'm at now. And please feel free to comment or anything. I know everyone says that, but okay. Blessed be.